I'm going to explain how Aajonus would deal with toe infections and finger or thumb infections. What I have here is a left thumb of mine, and it is suffering a little bit of inflammation, not like the toe infections I used to have, but nonetheless it is a infection that can be treated. Now when I say treat, I'm not talking about medical advice. I'm not curing, I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm only talking about healing with primal theory. And what we will do is a simple technique, but before I get into it, I want to go over what we're dealing with. Most of the time people deal with a yellow infection right along the edge here of the nail, and that's typically cellular damage. And that other tinge people get is the green, and that will be from old tetracycline. And a lot of these penicillin or other antibiotics are based on fungus, which they cook in the factory and mutate, and that mutated fungus can hibernate and one day just go wild, and that body, you will be dealing with the byproducts of fungus damage, to your tissue. So when you're dealing with the yellowing, you're dealing with the pus. Your body produces white blood cells to surround the toxins. This is a minor issue. It's nothing contagious. There is no way to stop this kind of infection. It's going to come back, and it's true because I had a matrix odectomy on the thumb. They cut the plate, and then the other one was a partial, and the problem came back even after all this time. So the main thing is you have some of the ingredients, and the primal ingredients are the raw and salted cheese right here, never heated above 98 degrees Fahrenheit. You have the clay. This is moistened clay with pteramine. This is pteramine clay mixed with spring water. You'll need lime, hot water bottle, this red thing here. It's a hot water bottle with the fabric surrounding the rubber, gauze or some type of ace bandage, nice non-GMO cotton cloth, and plastic. This is of course made from non-GMO corn, biobagworld.com. All right, so it's less bad. Okay, so you will want to put lime juice on it about twice a day, right on the area of the infection. That way it'll help, your body won't have to produce the white blood cells, and this will surround the toxins and make it less drastic on your body. And what you'll do is very simple. You take your clay here and put it right. Now you want to wait about 20 minutes. If you don't have time, maybe at least 5 minutes for that lime to do its work. It's like an antibiotic. Anyways, let's assume you've already dried out here, and you will then put the clay right on top. So dry clay, straight. You just pack it right on the area. That's it. So what you do is you grab this. I've pre-moistened it. Put the cloth over it, and to keep it moist, you will then put the plastic on top, and then wrap it, either an ace bandage or something like that. You will notice that this plastic and the damp cloth will actually keep it almost up to 20 hours moist. So you are going to have to re-moisten it, maybe put more clay every day. All right. So you won't need to use lime juice after a few days of doing that. And if you do get the pus, all you need to do is squeeze it out, push it out, and add the lime juice. So pus again is just the white blood cells surrounding the toxins, and it's unnecessary to cut the nail as well. Some people like to do that, just pull it. No, just squeeze, all right? And that's the thing. I mean, Aajonus told stories of his thumb. The penicillin would burn a hole literally in his nail. That was his theory. So you don't want to hit it with oxygen early. Just put the lime juice on that. That's what he did. He put on the hole that was created, allegedly, by that toxic penicillin. Okay, now that was the old method. Aajonus worked in his lab later on and decided that cheese was very powerful, so he came up with the Poultice. So what he did is he mixed the milk here with this unsalted cheese. Again, this is raw, unpasteurized milk the way it's supposed to be. And again, that he would make a Poultice like that. Put the Poultice right on the same area, you did the clay. All right, so you put that he said a 1-to-1 ratio. I think that's a little too moist. I like it a little thick. And then you take your cloth, but instead of water, you dip it in the milk. And now that is what. Now this is super effective. I noticed I once did it on my toe, and it literally pulled iodine out of the body. I remember seeing the iodine at the back here, this portion of the toe, and it was just purple, no pain. And I remember after my surgery, I had put iodine. They had told me to put iodine, soak it, and that stayed in the body. And one day I will test it. I did keep a sample of it. So back to this, you got it moist, whatever, like that. And you put the plastic that I had shown you earlier, and then wrap it. And that will be most effective, but if you don't have time, you got to use that clay. So good luck if you've got this problem, and if you're tired of the advice, the medical advice you received, and you are a primal dieter, this is how we would do it.